CNBC-TV18 Weekender.
Hello and welcome to CNBC-TV18 Weekender. I'm Shruti Mishra. My guest today is an alumnus of Parsons School of Design, New York, and for him building a graphic design company was an apparent choice. But little did he know that going back to his roots would be his true calling. Today he's created a brand around Ayurveda. Let's go and meet Vivek Sahni, founder and director of Karma Ayurveda, and know how he turned this ancient science over its head and made it glamorous. Thank you, Vivek, for bringing us to this beautiful store at Santa Cruz. You studied design at the Parsons School of Design in New York. In 1993, you established your first graphic design company, Vivek Sahni Design. I believe in 1998, the company was working with the government to revive the Khadi brand.
Yes.
Do you think that this exposure about natural products sowed the seeds for Karma Ayurveda?
So, Khadi happened randomly. We were asked to design some gift packaging for them. And then when we started designing gift packaging, I was like, what's inside this product? And, is it clean? Is it not clean? And, some products are made, Khadi's cooperatives around the country.
Yeah.
And, I was like, what is the system of testing to make sure that there's uniformity in this stuff? So if you want to present it to somebody, different batches from different places you might end up getting a rash from somewhere. Yeah. So I actually got involved in a process whereby we actually worked with some of the biggest Khadi vendors and actually went through the process of seeing how the products were made and cleaning them up, working with the government labs. So it was nothing to do with me, but the government labs were helping them clean up. And because of that, I actually got to see how products are made, like ground up, what you add in a shampoo, what you make in a cream. And so when that product finished, I guess those were the seeds for Karma, absolutely.
Karma Ayurveda was started in 2002 to essentially promote the message of authentic Ayurveda. Tell us the startup story.
Frankly, in 2002, nobody really knew about it. It was smelly bottles, brown, smelly oils and ugly looking bottles. But then we started looking at these products and they were extraordinary, their treatments and they work. So here's something which is Indian, which is traditional, which has proven efficacy. It's a science and nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
And that's how it started.
You saw an opportunity.
Yeah, an extraordinary opportunity. And more than just, an opportunity of that is that, this has to be exposed.
How long did it take you to kind of, research and actually come up with products, find a place?
So we actually spent 2 years figuring it out.
Okay.
2003, I think we started. I guess we were lucky because we used all our friends.
Okay.
Basically our friends and all our friends to get into their shops, hotels, wherever. It was like that, like a friend of mine used to run the Uber beauty parlor, so I was like, it's going in there. So it's great exposure, particular kind of, it's tiny, but still a fair amount of a population.
Yes.
Target population was going to those beauty parlors, salons, and it was great. So suddenly people wanted to buy the product. And what was interesting was, this French woman who had started a tiny little company in France sourcing the best beauty products from around the world. And she saw these products and fell in love with them. And suddenly we were in France.
Wow.
Before anything else. So actually I think we sent our first out to France in 2003 and we didn't have very many products. There were like, I think 12, 10
And it was all word of mouth.
Only word of mouth. Only word of mouth. And basically, I guess, there were 4 of us, we had lots of friends and connections, so I guess we leveraged everything possible.
All right, now the turning point in your business came in 2005 when you got orders from like 5-star hotels like the Oberoi, the Park Hotel, supplying toiletries to them. But you decided to lay low for almost a decade and then you opened your first store in 2012. Was this a deliberate move? What was the idea behind this?
I was very clear about these all-natural product versions. So whatever you see in this store, it says 97% natural or 80% natural or 60% natural. At that point in time, it was just oil or powder. So it was literally 100% natural, Ayurvedic oils and Ayurvedic powders. That is it, nothing else. With 12 products, you can't start a shop. And because you can't, what am I going to sell? And I think if you actually follow this process of actually trying to make a natural product and make it as clean as possible, it takes a while. I think by the time 10, 11 came up, we actually had a portfolio of products. And it seemed right. So that 1 year was one shop. And I guess we were thrilled that it did well. I have to say, I used to park myself there every day for 2 hours and 3 hours.
Yeah.
I couldn't move. I used to watch people coming to shop and to see what they were buying, because for me it was fascinating to see, what this is about, because it's exciting, ground up.
And was it difficult explaining to customers then? Because
torture.
like you said, nobody knew. Yeah.
Torture. No, even 2012 torture.
Yeah.
Forget about 2002.
Yeah.
And no, it is, because is it herbal? Is it Ayurvedic? Is it
Correct.
this? What is it? With herbal hoega, because there's so many herbal brands in India, there's a plethora of them.
Yes.
So what is Ayurvedic? Same thing, planti to hai. It is like it's not an easy one.
Yeah.
The education took a while, I have to say, but now I think that's changed. That's changed quite a lot.
The wellness and beauty industry is at its peak right now. There's so much competition. How did you create your niche, and what is the USP of Kama Ayurveda?
It's the same USP with what we started with, which is basically problem solution enhancement. It's very, very specific. So you come to me because you want to look good, not necessarily smell good.
Correct.
Because the thing is, once you find a hair oil or a cream which suits you, you're very unlikely to go switch.
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult to find one. Okay. Your shower gel you'll happily change, nobody cares, or your soaps you'll happily change, because you want something nice smelling. So we're not a sensorial brand. You come to us because your hair is falling, you have dandruff, you have pigmentation, dark circles, fine lines, acne. It's a treatment brand, and we fix it naturally. So it's not a quick fix. It takes 20 days, it takes 30 days, it takes 40 days, but it does work.
All right, on that note, it's time for a short break. But don't go anywhere as we continue our chat with Vivek Sahni, the man whose endeavor is to make us feel beautiful inside out. Stay tuned.
CNBC-TV18 Weekender